I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were having a discussion about relationships, and he was talking about how, independent women don't need a man, and they always talking about, I pay my own bills, got my own money, I don't need a man, I could do this, that, and the other for myself. And I had to explain to him, I said, listen, not every woman speaks that way. Not every woman says that. Not every woman has that kind of attitude. But for those women who do have that attitude, are the women who have been let down by men after time after time after time after time. And the only person that they were able to depend on is themselves. And they became in their masculine energy so that they had to handle everything. Now, if you feel like you want to be the man in her life to come in and handle things, you want her to need you, then if you want a woman to need you, because we hear all the time, men want a woman to need them. If you want a woman to need you, then you need to put yourself in a position to be needed. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. If you want a woman to need you, then you need to put yourself in a position to be needed. What is your asset? What is your value? What are you adding to her life in order for her to let her walls down so that you can come in order for her to disrupt her peace, for you to come in? How are you going to make her life better? We don't need a man to come in our life and make our life worse. We've been there, done that. Okay. We don't need that. And a lot of times, I was telling them too, I said, a lot of times, women who feel like they don't need a man, it's not because they don't need a man. They don't need a man to come in their life and do the dumb stuff that they do. And so if and they say, oh, I said, a lot of times men are intimidated by women. We're not intimidating, but they're intimidated. That's their own insecurities. There's their own projections. They're looking at us and seeing someone that they wish they could be. They can see that they have not applied themselves with some of the resources that they have to be the better person that they could be, like going to school, reading books, educating yourself, taking classes, taking a trade, starting a business, or building your career in something specific. Like, women are out here doing it. They're leveling up. They're getting their lives together. They're educating. They're getting the bag. They're building businesses. They're traveling the world. They're exploring. And they don't want someone that's going to confine them to a cage. They want somebody that's going to run wild with them. I told him, he said, well, women they always talk about money. Yeah, because you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Because here's the thing. This is an old saying. A lot of men spring for the fence. See, all women cost. I'm going to say this. All women cost. All women cost. You just need to pick the one that's in your budget. See, the problem is y'all springing for the fence, and you want to spring for the woman who's way out of your league. She's out of your league mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. She's out of your league through character, her aura, her energy, how she carries herself when she walks to the room. She's out of your league, and you like her because of those things. And then you want to attach yourself to her. And then because you see the attention she gets, you want to dumb her down so she can fit in your box, so you can feel relevant, because you want to be the important one. You want the importance. You want the status. You want the attention that she gets. And a lot of times she don't even care to have it. She's just out here living her life, her best life, to do what she can do for herself. But you want that life. You want that. So because you want that and you don't have it, you want to dumb her down so she can fit in your box. And then when she stands up for herself and she no longer allows you to manipulate her, all of a sudden her standards is too high. And they say, oh, she's so independent. She don't take no crap off nobody. No, she don't. Because she's taken crap from people before, and her memory has reminded her not to do that again. But the question is, why do you want to bring crap to her? Why do you want to bring drama to her? Why are you coming to see if you can manipulate her? Why are you coming to see if you can control her? Why are you coming to see what you can get, how far you can go with her, see what you can get away with? Why are you testing her limits to see what you can get away with? Why are you messing with her life this way so that you can be comfortable, so that you don't have to deal with your demons, you don't have to deal with your traumas, you don't have to deal with your childhood wounds, you don't have to deal with your relationship hurt, you don't have to deal with your mommy issues. You want someone you can control so that you don't have to do the work to deal with you. All I have to say is look at yourself in the mirror, because a lot of men have to say women is the issue. But why you got one finger pointed at yourself, you got one finger pointed at everybody else, you got three fingers pointed back at yourself. Catch that.